Hey everybody, here's another one. So we're gonna have this one here just to talk about a general thing in the market. I kind of wasn't gonna do this, but then I decided let's go ahead. It's been a couple of days since I uploaded on YouTube, so let's go ahead without further ado. We're going to go over here. Welcome here. Don't forget to comment down your opinion about this video below. But where is that? I need to get this on the screen. Hold on. Here we go. And there you go. You can see it now. And you can see all the other things that I track on the side. But let's focus on Bitcoin right now. So we got the 4 hour. This was an area that I was looking at. Look, you can see the wick up here, which means we really got to get deeper in. It's probably a little bit lower than this. But as far as what I am looking at, this is the first area, has almost been hit, but that's a rough area, rough estimate, so it has to go a little bit lower from my point of view just to hit that area. But that's the first buy area. Got in for a good scalp actually right here, based on the 4 hour. Now the daily one is based right here, and you can look to the left of this buy area. You can see the buy box right here. But these are two target areas that I have. The primary one here, I always usually I typically like to go toward the bottom, so more of my buys are at the midpoint, actually underneath the midpoint between here and the bottom. So I already got those set up. Once again, the disclaimer is in the description, but just to say it out loud, not financial advice. You're hearing educational information, and if you like this information, join our Discord. Matter of fact, at this period of time, I know it's going to be, in the future, the time isn't going to be there, but somebody's actually sponsoring people to get into the Discord. So instead of you having to pay the full price, which is $5,000, one person is taking upon themselves to pay $4,500, and over the next, I believe it's just 1 week. It's kind of randomly, they announced it in our Telegram. It's for the next week, and they're gonna pay $4,500. You just pay $500 and get in the Discord. So hey, they're sponsoring people for that. But anyway, let's go ahead. So let's look at MATIC very quickly. Let's look at MATIC. And as you can see, compared to the other day, this is an unnamed chart instead of the one I was using for students. So we're having this very clear, very free. Like I said, MATIC is in a bull market right now, and I described to you all on what, because I had used the 200 EMA. Remember the other day, said MATIC is in the bull market, and because it's above the 200 EMA, it accumulated above it. It had accumulated underneath it right here in this area. Let's not do the finger painting bros here to draw a whole bunch of unnecessary lines. Okay, we already channeled a little bit of that earlier. But so since I am going under the operation that it's in a bull market right now, at least a bull trend, at the very least a bull trend, if not a bull market, then what I am right now targeting is about just under $5. And I don't want to reiterate the other video, but you go watch that. Let's see, how many seconds are we in here so I know to put the tag here. Okay, so 3 minutes 30 seconds. So yeah, that tag should be up here somewhere in the video. You'll see the other video on MATIC, and I described that. But MATIC is looking pretty good. Obviously, remember, we got our buy area right down here was the original one, added a little bit up here. And now it's just kind of like, hey, you know what? Maybe we do some scalps, maybe we do some day trades, or whatever. But our swing trade and dollar cost averaging trade, so that means the investments and the swing trade, two different things. We already got that set, and now we're just waiting. Obviously, we got different take profit areas. This is one of the first ones. So on that swing trade, the first take profit area was literally 125, just below this area right here, completed the pattern. So, 1/3 is closed. Now, for the day trades I had, depending on what cryptocurrency it was either 2/3 closed or it was completely closed. Like CRV, completely closed. THETA, 2/3 closed on those. And some of them actually were completely, but then I re-entered, so it's 2/3 closed. And then so on and so forth with other cryptocurrencies as far as day trades and short-term swing trades. The other longer-term swing trades, we only closed max 1/3 of those. So now it's time to wait and see what happens. This is the wait and see period. Now, as far as MATIC, that tends to go up. Let's look at something else, CRV, because this one is taking it on the chin very, very hard. Now, it's kind of just keeps retesting the 200 EMA. It's like it doesn't want to go anywhere. And in the Discord, we had in our day trading section of the Discord, look, for the people that know, you were there in the live, and if you weren't there in the live, you'll now see the post recording here that got uploaded in the private unlisted section on the YouTube channel. Look, you saw it live there that I had took my profits right before it went up. It was, I said my target is 120. I kind of almost hesitated because I didn't have the sell area just yet. That was for my day's trade, and I had gotten in pretty deep. What, 108? 110, because that was another day trade, you know, getting in and out of these other ones, not including the swing trade. Now, I said that target was 120. You saw that I closed half at 1998 or 1998, and then the other half at 1992. Because I said, you know what, I think I just need to get out. Then I think 15 minutes within that live stream talking about how to do the trade setups, this thing spiked up to like 124, depending on the exchange. This is the average of all of them. 124 and 125, depending on the exchange. And I was like, yeah, don't do FOMO. It kind of makes me want to, you know, get back in. I had a tiny amount that I got in. It was insignificant. It was a few dollars worth. And then I said, you know what, because I wanted to test something out, and then I was going to buy again. Here's a few dollars profit. I was going to buy again. Here's, you know, $20 in, another 50. Here's 100. Here's 500. I was going to do one of those as it's coming down because I thought it was going to dump a little. Man, this thing went down, and it just really hasn't recovered. Look at this. I mean, here it is, and it's just basically kind of gone. I mean, it did a fake out up, which I did buy in. Yeah, I did buy in. I bought in at 105 or something. Maybe, no. 113 or something like that. And then I got the heck out 117, 118. Somewhere in between that. And then there, I'm just waiting for the re-entry. I'm waiting for the re-entry for CRV, because CRV ranges a lot. It can drop 35 cents from my view. So I'm looking at even the low 90s to even get in. But if it starts to look like it's bouncing or reversing, again, I'll buy somewhere between 107 and 114. 107 and 114, I'm fine right there. That's where I'm fine. I don't care about getting the perfect area, because CRV, unlike the other ones, as far as my day trades, okay, swing trade is okay. I'm not doing anything with it. Now, as far as a day trade or a scalp, I would have gotten it and tried to go for a short, but unfortunately, I dropped my phone, screen cracked, and it started clicking things that I didn't like, so I couldn't take advantage of this short today. But CRV is one of the ones where I don't have as much certainty on how far it's going to drop, because when this thing drops, it's like a lead stone. So this one makes me get out quicker. I'm just like, okay, here's this. I'm not confident this is holding. So that means when it eventually does take off, I'll probably have gotten out early. But that's my day trade, okay? Day trade. Now let's look at THETA, because I was talking about THETA the other day, or maybe I didn't. But let's take a look at THETA real quick. THETA. Unfortunately, it's kind of really accumulated underneath, and it's kind of annoying to me because I want this thing to take off. It kind of faked out to above, but it's been moving so slow to the upside that it's like, man, would you go? Could you take off? Like MATIC took off and it went there, but MATIC, I mean, it lasted for some months where it was going sideways underneath. THETA has, you know, THETA surprised me from its all-time high of 15.7. Oh, it looks like the average is 16 plus. Wow. The exchange I looked at for Binance, usually it was 15.7. But yeah, so from there all the way down here, breaking the dollar and everything, I actually was legitimately surprised that he even came back into this buy zone. I was legitimately surprised until I looked at it, I guess, from the fundamental level. I don't look at them all the time from that, and realize that not many people are using THETA right now. But as it stands, what are we looking at for THETA? Well, like I said, swing trades, the dollar cost average and investing, that's set. Day trades, I actually did buy in a little bit of theta. I'm a little bit down on that one. I'm good. I didn't put in the full trade for that either. So if this comes down right down to 87, I'll be fine too. I'll be surprised if it goes down to 87, maybe 93, 91. That's still a lot actually, because that's looking like it's curving over. I can see it accumulating here and then up, maybe down to 96 area. That's where I actually see it, because you see this one time 96, second time 96. Is it a third time 96? We'll see. But yeah, I would be a little bit taken aback and surprised if it gets down to 87. But I am already prepared for that for a day trade, because I already got a buy area right there at 87. That is where I will be putting in even more. I got smaller positions. I don't like giving back profits. So I divided the trade I was going to do by 5. I already put in 2/5 of the position. I got another 1/5 right below 96, so at 95.3. And then, of course, so on and so forth. And then I got a bigger one, which is another 1/5, but it's not equally divided there, so that should be like 2/5. And then I got another one down that I don't have set. See, I don't do the finger painting bros thing, which it could go up, it could go down. You see this? We're talking about real price levels and everything like that, right? We're talking about real price levels and everything. And like I said, it's not financial advice. I'm just trying to get you to get the inside of how I'm thinking about this, right, y'all? I'm trying to get you to see how I'm thinking about it. And how I got my education is I'm seeing the inside. How does an athlete approach their sport? How does the coach approach the athletes in the sport to get people better at what they're doing? How did Bill Gates build the company that he did? Because the guy that he wanted to go work with, IBM, he dropped the ball, he fumbled the bag, and then Bill Gates said, you know what, he's not going to do it. Because a lot of people be like, oh, Bill Gates is just this guy that just takes everything and he's really bad. But when you look into it and you take out the goggles of, oh, he's just this guy that just steals all the stuff. I mean, in the beginning, it didn't look like it. He just said, look, hey, you're better at doing this than I am. Here you go. And then when the guy didn't, he was like, look, man, these people around me, they don't want to do it, so I'm going to do it. Then he started turning into, taking people's stuff, allegedly, and then suing them for it and all of that stuff. But before, it was like, hey, personal computer, I ain't the expert. This guy is. And then when that guy didn't show up, I don't know, his wife didn't really believe them or whatever. Somebody did a documentary. What is that? Cold Fusion? Yeah, that guy, Cold Fusion. He was bringing it up. I think some of his interpretations of Bill Gates and everything was incorrect, highly just incorrect, because it took the bias of, oh, this guy's a snake. But then when you look at it, it's like, no, Bill Gates gave this dude an opportunity. The other guy fumbled the bag. Then his wife eventually left him. Hey, you know what? Hey, when you look at it like that, she saw what it was. So I'm looking at it like that from this. And then I think I'm just a form of education for people, right? And entertainment, entertainment. Because we're gonna roast the finger painting bros in a second. That's going to be the entertainment section. Right now, we're edutainment stuff. Now, let's see. So it's starting to, it's widening out. It started with these little small. See, what I'm looking at this is, look, these are small little candles. Then they start, and I got the log scale on. See, I got the log scale. It's not even regular scale. Regular scale is even smaller. So these are the little small little candles. And they're starting to increase and increase and increase again. So that means we're getting wider and wider, and it's getting wilder and wilder. It's like a wild night out. And eventually this thing pumps up to take off. I say, hey, it's already tested this, back tested this so many times, and then accumulated sideways here, that if this doesn't go up like the other cryptocurrencies, I'll be surprised. That's what I'm saying. I'll be surprised if this at least doesn't take off. Where am I targeting at? 128 to about 130, for a shorter term, swing trade. If you're getting in right here, hey, that sounds pretty good to me, decent, if I wasn't already in, because that's why I'm targeting there. Now, on the way up, I will be taking profits. On the way up, I will be taking profits. So let's look at ENJ. Let's look at ENJ, because I was looking at this the other day and I realized this. So look, Think of this like theta. I mean, this kind of actually does look like theta, doesn't it? It's like, all right, look, it tried, it failed, it went down, and it tried, and then it went up above it finally, and it closed the candle above. Theta hasn't been able to close the candle above it like that. It just tapped it from underneath, so we could look at it like this, and it eventually just reversed. But again, most of the altcoins and most of the cryptos are looking like they're breaking their 200 EMA on the daily. So this is a good trading strategy for me. I'm looking at this saying, yeah. So ENJ, I really like ENJ in the project in general, Engine Coin. This looks like a further developed theta. So maybe theta will do something like this, but hey, this is where I'm looking at theta. So now you can see a visualization, maybe not coming back down like this. That's kind of a fail. That's kind of more of the MATIC move that happened, except not as high, because MATIC did that in the middle and then came back down, accumulated again, and then went up. So where am I looking at the overall market? Let's go over here and click on our handy dandy total. Handy dandy total market cap. See, we're accumulating right in that 1 trillion range, between 1 trillion 800 billion, just like I said before, where my perspective was the 1 trillion to 800 billion. Obviously, we can wick above and below. That's going to happen. But in that range, we're doing that. Oh, 1.2 trillion. I'm sorry. 1.2 trillion as far as low as 800 billion. As you can see, most of the price action is in between 1.2 trillion and 800 billion. Okay. There's only small sections where it is not. So that is the accumulation that I am looking at. It's retesting this. That is fine. I think we are still safe as it stays here. Now let's look at it minus Bitcoin. Looking a little bit worse. Ethereum and the alts seem to be underperforming. Let's look at the alts, even worse. So the alts are really dragging this whole thing down. That's the only thing that makes me a little nervous. They're closing the candles. This candle might close. I'm gonna see how it closes by today. We got an hour, 43 minutes, 20 seconds right now. So that's what we're gonna see. But anyway, like I said, if you like the analysis here, you like the edutainment that's gonna be uploaded more often, come here and watch this content, subscribe, like, and join our Discord right now. They got it temporarily. Somebody sponsoring up to 6 people to join our Discord. If you see this or you know somebody that may benefit from this, go ahead and tell them about that, because obviously it's time locked. You might even see this randomly 2-3 years in the future or something like that. Obviously that's not holding true anymore. But as it stands at the current point of this recording, and probably for a day or maybe a week after, it's valid. So I'll catch you all on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you. Peace.